Dear students, today I wish to explain about Coriolis acceleration. Usually, the acceleration has two components. One is radial acceleration and tangential acceleration. And the link as whatever the problems we have seen till now, in a single link you have single motion. That means either rotation or translation. Any one thing it will happen. But here it is different. So if you are taking, for example, if you are taking Whitworth quick return mechanism or crank and slaughter mechanism, you have a slaughter. So that slaughter has two motions. So that two motions nothing but this is your slaughter. This OA is your slaughter. This moves or this rotates clockwise or anti-clockwise, and the slider inside that you have a slider. The slaughter is a blank part. Inside that you have a slider. That slider moves up and down. It becomes a link. So a link has translation as well as rotation. At this condition you cannot define your velocity direction as well as acceleration direction. So for that you have a formula, and at the same time you have different cases. So based on the case you have to find out the direction of your Coriolis component, and instead of tangential acceleration you have Coriolis acceleration. So this tangential acceleration is arrested here, and the slaughter movement, rotation of the slaughter movement as well as movement, up and down movement of the slider movement defines the Coriolis component at a point. So that point is usually called coincident point. So that point is given as C here. B is the slider, C is the coincident point, OA is your slaughter. So at this coincident point the Coriolis component will exist, as well as the velocity also gets as the output at the end of the slaughter. So that is the main purpose of this particular one. So now instead of tangential component we are taking Coriolis component when a link has two motions, that means translation as well as rotation. So till now whatever we have seen the problems, all the things together you have that either rotation or reciprocation. It does not contain two motions, but in this case, in this type of problem you have two motions together in a link. So the slider and slaughter combines together a link. So you have a formula to find out Coriolis component, that is 2v omega. So this is the formula, so you have to derive from the derivation. So the derivation you just go through in your book. Okay, then this 2v omega is nothing but v is the velocity of the slider b and angular velocity of the slaughter OA. So by multiplying with this constant 2 you will get that Coriolis acceleration. So instead of tangential acceleration you have to take it as Coriolis acceleration in the acceleration diagram. So here you have four different categories. So based on the movement of the slider and based on the movement of the slaughter it is taken. So first condition, slaughter moves anti-clockwise, slider moves upward direction, the Coriolis component is left side. And same way the opposite condition, that means slaughter moves clockwise, slider in the same condition, you will get 2v omega in right side. So here also you have two more cases. If the slaughter moves anti-clockwise and the slider moves downward direction, 2v omega will comes like this, that means right side, and opposite direction if the slaughter moves in clockwise. Okay, so this is the simple introduction about Coriolis component. So now I will take a problem to explain about this Coriolis acceleration, how it will come in the velocity and acceleration diagram. So this is the example problem in RS Kurmi, page number 211 or example 8.13. So a mechanism of a crank and slaughter lever quick return motion is shown in diagram. If the crank rotates counterclockwise at 120 rpm, determine the configuration shown. The velocity and acceleration of the ram D also determine the angular acceleration of the slaughtered lever. So the crank AB contains 150 mm, slotted arm OC 700 mm and the link CD is 200 mm. So the diagram is given in the question. So from this you have to take the given data. So from this given data you just calculate this speed and all. So the given data Write down the given data first. So crank AB. So crank AB has 150 mm slotted arm OC. It is 700 mm and link CD. So this is the connecting link between the crank and the ram. So usually this crank and slotted lever mechanism applicable in the shaper machine and plotter machine. In the special machines it is applicable. So given speed of the crank is 120 rpm. So from this you can get the omega, angular velocity. So angular velocity is calculated with the help of 2 pi n by 60. So you may get that if you are applying this 120 here, you will get that 12.57 radians per second. So from this omega, so this is omega AB. So omega AB is nothing but you will get that value of VAB. So VAB is nothing but V equal to R omega. You have the relation. So VAB equal to omega AB equal to link length of AB. So length of AB is here, it is given in the given data. So everything you just convert into meters, because while taking in the velocity you need to put it in meters only. Okay, so this is your conversion of link length. So here 12.57 into link length AB is 0.15. So you will get that nearly 1.9 meter per second. So these are all the given data. So with the help of this, now you have to start your construction or configuration diagram. So from this velocity and acceleration diagrams you have to build. Finally, you need to find out angular acceleration of the slotted lever, that means OC, as well as velocity and acceleration of the ram D. Ram D is nothing but the link CD is connected with ram D. So the D velocity is nothing but your ram velocity. So now I will construct the configuration diagram. So for the given data, so the diagram also gave some dimensions. So with the help of that, you just start your configuration diagram first. So how can I do this? I am taking this 1 centimeter equal to 100 mm as a scale. So to explain this configuration diagram. So now 1 centimeter equal to 100 mm. So I am taking this. So 400 mm is the fixed link. 400 mm. So in the diagram it is given that 400 mm OA length is given. So this is your fixed link. So from this OA, so this crank has 45 degree inclination. 45 degree inclination. So take your protractor like this and keep your protractor in a vertical direction, because it is moving in anti-clockwise direction. If it is clockwise, like this it will come. So anti-clockwise. So take this 45 degree measurement using the protractor in the same way, and take this, the crank length has 150 mm. So from this you just measure simply. So 1.5 is your measurement, because 100 mm is your 1 centimeter. So 1.5 gives that 150 mm. So this is my crank point, that means B point. So now I am joining this through this O and B point. You have this slaughter, the overall slaughter. So that slaughter has a length of 700 mm. Slaughter has a length of 700 mm. So this is anti-clockwise direction, 45 degree, and this is your B, and this point is your B dash. The slider B, it is overall box, and this is B dash. So this point is C. So for the ram D, they have given two conditions. That means from this fixed end or from this A point, it is vertically has 300 mm. So simply draw a horizontal line from this. So now from the C point, it is 200 mm of distance. 200 mm. So you just take this 200 mm, measure this 200 mm. Either take a scale or simply take this compass. You will get this 200 mm. So now this is the point D. So this is the point D. Okay. So this is your required space diagram for this crank and slotted lever mechanism. Space diagram or configuration diagram, you have to start the velocity diagram. So while taking this velocity diagram, so first initial itself you just find out the Coriolis component acceleration direction, or because so the acceleration and velocity exist in the same direction only, it does not move in opposite direction, because wherever the velocity exists the acceleration comes. So here the Coriolis component velocity also you have to take it. So now you just almost more than 3/4 of the distance the slider is here in the slot. So it is in upper direction. So now it starts to move downward direction because there is no space here. So it starts to move in downward direction. So now the slotter is moving in anti-clockwise direction and the slider is moving downward direction. So in this cases, you just see here in this cases it matches with the third case. So the slotter moving in anti-clockwise direction and the slider moving in downward direction. So the Coriolis component will come like this. So this is the condition for this. So in this diagram you will get this projection in this direction. So this is your direction VB dash. So this is your Coriolis component velocity and acceleration direction. So VB dash, that means right side the component you have to draw in your velocity and acceleration diagram. Okay, so now I'll start the velocity diagram. So how it works here, so now already I told you that you have two clues. So the two clues are, one is OA is fixed, link OA is fixed. So OA is fixed in the sense you have to take it as a point, and the slider D moves always horizontal because the ram moves only in the horizontal direction. If you want, you just take the videos and you just check it out. The ram always moves in the horizontal direction. The tool is attached with the ram and it moves in horizontal direction. So with these two clues you have to use it, and you have to start your velocity diagram first. So always draw the diagram near to your space diagram, then only you can drag your link velocities as it is. Already I told you that link velocity is always in the perpendicular direction. So you have the linear velocity of the crank is 1.9 meter per second. So based on this I am taking simply the scale is 1 centimeter equal to 1 meter per second. So you can multiple this one also. You can take it 1 centimeter equal to 0.5 also. So you will get multiple. So using that you are drawing. So for my simplification purpose I am taking simply 1 centimeter equal to 1 meter per second. So now the slider D moves horizontally. So the same direction. So I am taking this. I am simply drawing this slider D movement first. Simply I am drawing this. So this is your VD. So now OA is fixed. Now what about AB? AB is, this is your AB line. So for this AB line, take a perpendicular line. So this measuring lines, you have black color measuring lines, no? So that one you keep it parallel to this AB and drag it simply. Drag it simply and draw a line simply here. And now AB has that 1.9 meter per second. So that is nearly 2. So you just mark this 2, 1.9. So I am taking here 1.9 simply. So you just mark this. So this is your VAB. So now the Coriolis acceleration. So acceleration comes outward, but the velocity is in the slotter itself. So the diagram I have explained that it is constrained in this way. The slotter moves in this particular, the slider moves in this particular slotter alone. So the velocity always exists in the slotter itself, either up or down. It does not come out. So in the slider alone, the velocity is parallel to that particular slider movement. It does not come for perpendicular direction. So now with respect to that, you have to move further. So while moving further, you need to take this CD. So this slotter's OC has output velocity. So for this OC, so take a perpendicular line for this. So simply you just keep this measuring line parallel to this link OC and drag it simply. You will get this OC line. So that means velocity of C you will get directly. With respect to O, you will get velocity of C. So in this case, so this is your VC. So now you need to calculate this velocity of Coriolis component or coincident point. So how can you take this here? So here you have this. You have two diagrams now. Space diagram as well as velocity diagram, because you need C point velocity diagram. So space diagram, I can take the ratio as OB dash by OC, that is equal to VOB dash by VOC. So velocity of OB dash, that means coincident point, but velocity of slaughter, that is equal to the distance between OB dash and OC. So the OB dash means this is the point I need to measure. So OB dash nearly it comes 530. So where the crank is connected with the slaughter, so that point is your B point, B dash point. So that point has become 530. So I am taking this 530 as it is, and this OC also has 700. So you can take in meters or millimeters because it is a ratio. It becomes constant. So now VOB dash, I don't know. VOC. So VOB dash, how can I calculate? Oh, okay. So here you have that formula. Sorry. I told you that VOB dash you need to calculate from the velocity diagram. So how can you make this? Already I told you that the coincident point velocity is always exist in the same line of your slaughter. So simply take a parallel line. So this is somewhat in opposite condition, or simply it does not take perpendicular condition, simply it takes parallel condition because the slider is constrained here. So take a parallel condition and draw a line here. So this is the point, you got it, B dash. So this becomes only up and downward motion. So this B dash point you measure it. So this comes around 1.6. So from this O point up to B dash point you measure it. So VOB dash comes as 1.6. So once again you just measure this 1.65 exactly. So take this 1.65 divided by VOC. Now you can get it. So take your calculated this. So from this relation, so the VOC is equal to 2.2 meter per second. So in the same line, measure this 2.2 meter per second from this O. So from this O, measure this 2.2 meter per second. Mark this. So this is the point C. So here you have this whole line is VC, and this particular point, intersecting point, is B dash, and this is your VBB dash. Either it move up or down, only there is the condition. So VAB, crank AB velocity. So now you need to get CD velocity. So CD velocity, how you will get? Again, it is the output velocity. So CD link is this one. So take this measuring line, match with the CD link and drag it simply. So you will get a perpendicular line. So this is the point D. So this is the way how to draw your velocity diagram. So I will erase this. So now you got this. So this is the velocity of VCD. So now while constructing or while starting this acceleration diagram, before going to that, you just calculate all the radial acceleration of this particular links with the help of this velocity, linear velocity. From the velocity diagram, you need to calculate each link velocity as well as radial acceleration. So the VD value, so from this O to D, velocity of direction, velocity of slider D, and C to D, velocity of CD, and from this B dash, VBB is, this is the vertical line is your VBB dash. So like this, VOB dash also you will get from this. So like this you need to calculate. So from this diagram I can calculate vector D or velocity D is directly I can measure. So it came as 2.15 meter per second. Then velocity of BB dash with respect to B, so 1.05 meter per second, and velocity of CD is equal to 0.45 meter per second. Then velocity of B dash O, that means coincident point. This is your coincident point with respect to O point. It is 1.55 meter per second. And VCO, so VCO means this overall length. So this overall length VCO, so this is 2.15 meter per second. So now they ask that angular, in the question, angular velocity of the slaughter, angular velocity and acceleration of the ram. So angular velocity of the ram they found, so omega CO is nothing but V equal to R omega, so V by VCO by CO, the link length. So you may get that 2.15 divided by 0.7 is nothing but 3.07 radians per second. So this is your angular velocity of the ram, CD or slaughter, angular velocity of the slaughter. So we have found now. Velocities, you can find out your radial acceleration directly because you have each and every component, you have two accelerations, AR, AB as well as and AT, AB, both are perpendicular. So that means radial and tangential. So radial acceleration you can find out from this formula. So that is nothing but V equal to R omega, A equal to R omega square. So it comes like this. So you can write this A and R omega, you can write it again V by R, the whole square. So from this A equal to AR, it is AR, the component radial acceleration. So from this AR AB or any link is equal to, so R dot V square by R square. So you will get that V square by R. So suppose if I am taking this V square of AB divided by the link length of AB, if I am taking this, I can get my radial acceleration directly. So from this, from these velocities I can find out my radial acceleration directly. So now AR AB, the crank velocity, crank radial acceleration I can find out from this. So I may get that. So I have this omega square AB directly into AB. So you can find out with any help of the any formulas. So I may get that 23.7 meter per second square. So for remaining things, so Coriolis component AC B B dash, so I can use this formula 2V omega. So omega is angular velocity of the slaughter, V is velocity of the slider. So velocity of the slaughter and slider already I have calculated. So 2 into 3.07 is my slaughter angular velocity into 1.05. Already we found this velocity of VB dash. So from this I may get this 6.45 meter per second square. So this is acceleration of your Coriolis acceleration of the slider. And now radial component of ARCD. So ARCD, I have VCD value. So from this I can calculate directly 0.45 square divided by, so the link length is 200 mm, so that is 0.2. So I can get that 1.01 meter per second square. Now ARB B dash O. So I can calculate this one also 1.55 square by, from this, so it is 0.5253. So 0.53. So I need to calculate this. So 0.53, 4.5 meter per second square. So now for all these conditions, AR AB I have calculated omega square AB with the help of this, and Coriolis component you have to use this 2V omega. So 2V omega is nothing but velocity of the slider VBB dash as well as angular velocity of the slaughter. So slaughter OC velocity is 3.07, already I have calculated, and velocity of BB dash you need to calculate from the velocity diagram. So velocity diagram, here distance. So VBB dash. So this length you have to measure and make this. Okay. So now this is your Coriolis component of acceleration. So now you will get that perpendicular direction, the radial component of acceleration, ARBB dash. Now come for the next one, ARCD you will get from the velocity. So VCD I have already from the velocity diagram. From this I will get this ARCD. So for this ARCD, perpendicular direction is you will get tangential acceleration. And here ARB dash O. So that one also you will get from the velocity diagram. From this A tangential B dash O. So the velocity of the slider with respect to the O point. So I will get this direction. So with the help of these magnitudes, I need to start this acceleration diagram. Start this acceleration diagram. So I am taking 1 centimeter equal to 3 meter per second square. So radial acceleration always parallel to the link. So I am taking this now, radial acceleration, the crank, because the crank has only radial acceleration alone. I am starting from the crank acceleration. So if I am taking this total acceleration is 23.7 divided by 3, I may get 7.9, nearly 8 centimeters. So just drag this link length as it is here and take one particular point. So that is your fixed point O dash A dash. So from this 8 to 16, just draw this. So this is your B dash. Because velocity is always mentioned with small letters, and while coming for acceleration it is mentioned with dashes. Okay, so in the configuration diagram you have to mention with capital letters. So now I have drawn this. So this is my total acceleration, ATAB, capital T, ATAB, over. Now while going for the further movement or further link accelerations, you may get two components, because each and every link is inclined, as well as it has that inclined condition, it has two accelerations. So it is a pure rotation. I have taken this total acceleration as equal to radial acceleration. Now come for this. So while going for this Coriolis component ACBB dash, so I have the magnitude as 6.45. I am dividing by 3, 2.15. So the direction is calculated with the help of these 4 categories. So in this third category it exists. Third category. So the slaughter moves. So it moves that right side direction. So with the help of this, for this particular point, take exactly the perpendicular line. Take exactly the perpendicular line. There you mention this 2.15 meter per second. So for this link, from this B point, for this OC link itself, from this B point, take a perpendicular line and measure this, directly drag this, and 2.15 you have to measure. So 2.15 in the sense, you just get the 2.2 nearby. So put it as a ACBB dash. So this is the point. So give some variable, so x or y something. So for this, if you are drawing a perpendicular line, then it becomes your radial component, because ACBB is nothing but your tangential component. So this becomes as radial component, that is ARBB dash. The magnitude we don't know about this. Now come for this remaining values, that means ACBB dash is over. Now come for this remaining values. So now you just go for this ARBB dash over. Now with respect to this O, you have one more magnitude, ARBO dash. ARBO dash. So take this OC slaughter directly. Parallelly you just draw this line. Parallelly you drag this and draw a line. So AROB is nothing but you have 1.5. That magnitude you mark here, 1.5. So this is your, from this O, AROB dash, O dash, B double dash, or B O dash, you simply make it. Now erase this excess line, and now from this take a perpendicular line. Take a perpendicular line, so you will get that B dash point. That means coincident point. So this is your coincident point, so that you can give that B double dash. So now join this B double dash with this B dash and O dash with this B dash. So this is your complete. So I will repeat the same here. So Coriolis component, so you will get from this 2V omega. So this B double dash is depends on slider B as well as the slaughter. So slaughter also AR OB dash you have. So from this you just calculate it. So two component points you have to mingle together, then you will get this coincident point acceleration. So AC BB dash you have calculated from this. So take this direction, because the direction of AC BB we have taken from the categories. So the slider moves downward direction, and the slaughter moves anti-clockwise direction. For this the third category exists. So the 2V omega comes in this right side direction. So 2.15 I am marking in a reverse direction, or I am taking in this particular point. For this point always the radial acceleration perpendicular, so I have drawn here. Now I have AR OB I have from the velocity diagram. So AR OB dash I have drawn here. Now AT OB dash is perpendicular to this. So AR OB dash is nothing but I am taking this parallel link length, I am taking dragging here, simply I am getting. So wherever it is meeting, that point is your B double dash point, that is coincident point. So now up to this over. Now come for the CD. CD is AR CD I have again 0.34 meter, sorry 3.34 meter per second square with respect to the scale. So for the CD take a parallel line. So before that you just go here, B double dash always exists in the OC. So the slaughter OC line it exists, simply you extend this line as it is, because B double dash exists in the slaughter OC. So C line you just extend as it is. So the C point you need to take it AROC. So now I need to calculate the C dash point. So again I will get VCO I have, but I need to calculate AROC, ATOC, everything. So to avoid that confusions or to avoid this extension, I am going for again the ratio equality. So if I am taking this space diagram as well as this acceleration diagram, I can equate similar to your previous velocity diagram equation. So OB dash by OC equal to acceleration of O dash B double dash divided by acceleration of O dash C dash. So from this diagram, so this is your space diagram. So OB by OB dash, okay. OB dash by OC is nothing but 530 by 700, that is equal to A dash, this acceleration you need to measure here now. So O dash B double dash is nothing but 3. 3 means already I have taken the scale as 3. So 3 into 3, 9 meter per second square. Apply in this. So you will get that acceleration of O dash C dash directly you will get from this equation. 9 meter per second square. So now A O dash C dash is nothing but 11.89 meter per second square. So instead of finding two components, I am reducing the work with the help of this equations. So 11.89 nearly 12 meter per second square. So if I am dividing this one 12 meter per second square, so I may get that with the help of 3 I need to divide 3.96. So nearly 4 meter per second square, 3.96. So this is the point C dash I have. So now from the C dash I can calculate this. Take this ARCD I have now. So from this ARCD, so I can drag this, just see here ARCD. So take this parallel line for this and drag this line as it is down. So ARCD, already I have the magnitude 0.34. So 0.34 means it's very smaller. So 0.3 mm you just mark it here. So this is 0.3 mm as a dotted line. So for this dotted line, take this perpendicular line, that becomes ATCD. This is ATCD. So that line you just drag it as it is. Now while coming for this acceleration of the slider D, acceleration of the slider D always exists in the same direction. So simply you just draw a slider D parallel line for this. Simply parallel line for this. So this is your acceleration of D point. So this point is nothing but D dash. So this is your acceleration of D dash. Acceleration of D dash, because slider has only the tangential acceleration. So that becomes acceleration of D dash. So this is the complete velocity diagram for this particular configuration given in the question. From these diagrams you need to find out the answers for the question. So first question is velocity of ram D. Velocity of ram D. So from this velocity diagram, Vd value directly from O you need to measure and give it. So Vd equal to 2.15 meter per second. Then acceleration of ram D. Acceleration of ram D. So this is nothing but AD directly. So you can measure from this. So directly you can measure from the acceleration diagram. So it comes around 3.15. So 3.15 and in multiply with the scale 3.15 into 3. So you will get that 9.45 meter per second square. Now come for this angular acceleration. Angular acceleration of slaughter. Angular acceleration of slaughter. Slaughter is nothing but your OC. So it has that angular acceleration. You have a formula AT OB dash by OB value. So AT OB measure from the acceleration diagram. So it comes nearly 2.15. So in the middle, so 2.15 into 3, because we have taken as a scale as 3 meter per second square. So 2.15 into 3, and this OB is nearly 530 mm. So you will get that 0.53. So now calculate this. So 2.15 into 3 divided by 0.53. So you will get that 12.2 radians per second square. So this is the value required from this diagram. So this is the answer they have asked in the question.